This is going to be my last book haul of the year, and I got almost 30 books. Hi guys, my name is Ezra and welcome back to my channel. So in November, I decided not to do a monthly haul and just said that I would wait until December when everything that I wanted or everything that I got arrived. So this is it. I'm doing a November/December haul. And these are all the books that I received from publishers, that I purchased myself, or I actually won in giveaways. So I'm really excited to share this with everybody. And yeah, sit tight and let's get started. All right, so I did group them into piles so that it will be easier to share. So let's go ahead and start with the books that I actually won from giveaways. So let's start with the latest giveaway that I won. The giveaway that I entered was on Instagram, and I entered on Sarah Verity at Romantically Swept Away's Instagram, and it was her Bridgerton giveaway, and I actually won a box. I will show you what I won because they're so cute. But I did win a signed copy of the Bridgerton, The Duke and I, and this is the Netflix series cover, and I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous, and you know what? I love Roger. Like every time he looks at everything, it is just so hot. So yeah, so I got this copy. I'm actually not a fan of like adaptation covers, but this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. So this was actually from University Bookstore because this is a signed copy. Also, this is the Mass Max. Okay, so we're calling this new mass market paperbacks Mass Max because I saw somebody on the Discord chats that I was on, they kind of mentioned that this is Mass Max. So okay, I'm calling this Mass Max, but it is the big cover. Let's see, let me compare. So yeah, it's bigger than the regular mass market and it's floppier. So hopefully no more broken spines. So this one includes the second epilogue. Now wait, because I'm going to show you the other things that I won from Sarah because they're so cute. So I already opened it. I was so excited. She was really concerned about stuff breaking. Oh my god, she gave me Lindor truffles. I was gonna eat this when I was watching the series, but I totally forgot and I left it in the box. So, and finally, the crown jewel of the box are the Bridgerton ornaments. You guys, these are ceramic ornaments and they're so gorgeous. Oh, so Lady Danbury, Violet Bridgerton, and Portia Featherington. Wait! Oh my god, I don't want to break it. So this one is the Featherington sisters. So cute. And then we have Queen Charlotte with a corgi. So we have three Bridgerton brothers here, the older brothers, Anthony, Benedict, and Colin. And finally we have Daphne and Simon. So this is my crown jewel. I'm gonna hand, I know it's after Christmas, but can I still hand them? I want to hand them. Thank you, Sarah. All right, so the next book is a book that I won from the Paperback Exchange. They actually participate in Step Back Saturday, and if you can guess the step back that they're showing, you actually win the book. So Paperback Exchange is a used bookstore run by two sisters. I think it's two sisters. think it's two sisters. And the reason why I found out about this was because of Dana at Dana Quadrado. She has a booktube channel as well. She actually lives like 45 minutes away from this bookshop, and she went there. So yes, I'm gonna link their store, their Instagram account in the description box below, so that you can go and visit and, you know, check out their shop. So I believe they also, you can order like mystery boxes from them, and they don't only sell romance, so they sell multiple genres as well. But the book that I won is actually The Emerald Swan by Jane Feather. So I guess the step back for this. So because this is important, we do want to show you the step back. So this is the step back. There is twins, and there's like this weird monkey. Anyway, so this is such an epic and classic step back where, you know, you have like a mishmash of like people or like scenes on the step back. So anyway, this is what I won, and they actually included The Lady Most Likely, which is an anthology featuring Julia Quinn, and this is Eloisa James and Connie Brockway. Okay, so I actually don't think this is a novella. This is actually a full novel written by all three authors, I think. I've seen this book around, but I haven't really read them because I thought this was an anthology, and I don't really read a lot of novellas, but I'm excited. So those were the only books that I won. So now I'm going to show you the books that I received from the publishers. First up, we have The Secret Life of Miss Anna Marsh by Ella Quinn, and this is actually from Ezrah, historical romance, and this is also a Mass Max paperback. See, very floppy, and this actually includes a bonus novella. I actually haven't read this. This book is very intriguing. I can't wait to read it. Okay, so this one is kind of like a brother's best friend, unrequited love trope, and I can't wait to read this. I love that trope, so I'm excited. Alright, next we have the books that I got from Harlequin. So let's start with the one that I got in November, which is Custom Built by Chantal Fernando. This is an MC romance, and I believe this is a spin-off from one of her other series. I mean, I haven't read a lot of MC romances, but I'm really liking the trope. Anyway, this is also a small town romance. Then the next book that I got is Christmas on Peachtree Lane by Jules Bennett. Again, this is from Carina Press, which is, you know, part of Harlequin. I think this is really cute. I also got the e-copy of this one, so I can't wait to read it. And also the cover is just so cute. Alright, next up from Harlequin is two books that belong to a series, and this is One Day to Fall by Teresa Behari and One Last Chance by Teresa Behari. So I actually featured Nick from Nick of the Books on my blog for my Read a Romance blog feature, and she actually mentioned Teresa Behari as one of her favorite authors. So I love that I got it like right on time when she mentioned it, because I haven't read Teresa Behari before. I think this book is a second chance romance, and it's also a best friends to lovers romance. And I believe they got married in secret. So this is like a secret marriage, and they broke up in second chance romance, so I like that. And this one is actually, I think, kind of like a forced proximity romance, like a family romance. So I think the heroine goes back home she goes home to her sister because her sister is about to give birth, and then she meets this guy who's also like a friend of the brother or the sister or whatever, and yeah, it's exciting. Oh, by the way, these books actually have content warnings inside. I'm really happy that they have. I mean, I personally don't need content warnings, However, for those that need content warnings, I really appreciate, and I try to include content warnings when I do my reviews or when I recommend books, because you know there are other people that require those content warnings. So I'm really happy that the books have content warnings in them. I mean, this book, so they actually have it over here. So for this book, that's what's on there. So I'm really excited that they did that. So I haven't seen that in other like traditional published books. So I'm happy that they're doing it. All right, next up are books that I got from Forever Romance. I actually got a lot from them in the last 2 months. So let's start with the Christmas romances. I got Seasons of Joy by Annie Raines. And then this one, I got A Little Country Christmas by Carolyn Brown, Rochelle Ellers. I'm sorry, I think I bungled that. Hope Ramsey and AJ Pine. So, oh, it is novella. So this is an anthology. So, A Little Country Christmas. And of course, there's another puppy. Like, all these Christmas books have puppies. Then I also got This Cowboy of Mine by R.C. Ryan and Dream Chaser by Kristen Ashley. And finally, I actually got Not the Duke's Darling by Elizabeth Hoyt. This is not the first edition because it does not have a step back. No step back. Elizabeth Hoyt's Maiden Lane series has the most amazing step backs ever. I actually have only read one book from the Maiden Lane series, and I think I need to read more. So I'm excited to read this one soon. This is actually not part of the Maiden Lane series, as I thought it's actually a Grey Court novel, so it's in one of her newest series. It actually includes a bonus novella. I think this will be next on my list to read. Okay, now let's start with books that I actually bought in the last couple months. So, first, I got Warlord by Elizabeth Elliott. This is actually book 1 in the Montague series. I love book 2, Betrothed, and because it's been years since I've read Warlord, and I think my copy was back in the Philippines. I can't remember if I still have it, even if I gave it away. But anyway, I decided that I really want a copy of this because I really want to read this, because the heroine here, Tess of Remington, is one kick-ass heroine. So yeah, so we have this. Then I went ahead and bought a group of books because when I purchased, I wanted to buy Bold Angel, but I think it was buy 2 get 1 free. So I decided to buy 2 and get the 1 free. And this was on eBay. So this one is Bold Angel by Kat Martin. I actually forgot if I read this book. I can't remember, but I'm gonna show you the freaking step back. It's a 2-pager step back, and it's really hot. I love Kat Martin's historical romances. She does not write historical romance anymore, so I'm really disappointed, but you know. Another book that I got from that buy 2 get 1 free is Shadow and Lace by Teresa Medeiros. This one also has a step back, and it looks like it's a medieval romance. I really love Teresa Medeiros. Some of her books I really do love, but I haven't read this one, so I can't wait to read that. Finally, one of the books that I bought from the buy 2 get 1 free is Scandal by Amanda Quick. So to be honest, I actually haven't read Amanda Quick before. I can't remember reading Amanda Quick. And this is the amazing step back with a freaking dragon. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I honestly can't remember reading an Amanda Quick book, but I'm really familiar with her step backs because her step backs are so classic and so gorgeous. And they're usually done by Pino. So I don't know. This one is done by Pino, so it's really amazing. You guys need to Google Pino. He is one of the amazing historical romance cover artists, and he's actually the father of P. D'Angelico, the author P. D'Angelico. The other book that I bought is this book, this is an anthology. It is Best Women's Erotica of the Year, Volume 6, edited by Rachel Kramer Bussell. And the reason why I purchase this was because I love Mia Hopkins, and she actually is one of the authors featured in this book. And then I attended their live show and where they read passages of the book, and I was like, no way, I need to read everybody's book because those teasers are super hot. So yes, I'm excited. Also, yes, erotica. So anyway, I'm excited to read this, and I decided to purchase this. And of course, this is actually from Love Sweet Arrow. Love Sweet Arrow hosted the live show. So yes, support your local small bookstore too as well. So I got this one. Let's move on to another set of books that I bought from one of my favorite bookstagrammers and one of my friends, Gigi. So Gigi actually has a shop on eBay, and she also has an Instagram selling all her books that she purchased from a used bookstore that was closing in her area. So she purchased all of the romance books that she had, and now she's slowly, selling them. All right, so let's start with this one. This is The Bride's Necklace by Kat Morton. This is actually one of my favorite series that she wrote, and this is part of her Bride's Necklace or the Necklace trilogy. And this is book 1. And the reason why is because there is a gorgeous, dreamy step back. And you guys, one of my favorite books ever. I believe my copy of this book is back in the Philippines. So, I'm not traveling anytime soon, so I won't be able to get it. But this is actually one of my favorite books. So this involves a cursed necklace, and there are 2 sisters, I think Tori, and I forgot the other girl's name. But Tori's youngest sister is very pretty, and her uncle, their guardian, is attempting to compromise her. So they leave in the middle of the night, and she basically gets this very priceless bride's necklace. There is a curse attached to this necklace, but anyway, she brings the necklace and she actually applies to be a housekeeper. So the hero is where she applies for a job, and it's pretty spicy and steamy. So highly recommend this series to everybody. Now the next 2 books are actually another of my favorite Kat Morton books. One is Heartless. So this is, oh my god, this is one of my favorite books. So Ariel, she's a daughter of a farmer, and then she propositions the Earl of Granville that please put her in school. She wants to go to school in exchange for being his mistress in the future. For some reason, the Earl says yes, and he actually sends her to school. So I think she's like 14 or 15 when this happened. So she actually goes to school. However, the old Earl dies, and he actually acknowledges his bastard, Justin, and Justin becomes the Earl. And then, of course, he didn't know he inherits Ariel. Now, his plan was actually to let Ariel go and settle a dowry for her and marry her off. But when he sees Ariel, he is smitten. Guys, this book, damn. So Justin here is such a douche, but I absolutely love this book. I actually need to reread it. I don't think I reread it this year, but it's one of my favorite Kat Morton books. So next is another of my favorite books, and again, it's by Kat Morton. It is called The Fire Inside, and it has an amazing step back too. Anyway, this is actually book 2, but I don't think this is a series, but it's actually related to Heartless. So the heroine here is actually Ariel's best friend, and the hero here is Justin's best friend, the hero from book 1. There is a trigger warning for this book though. There is sexual assault. It does happen off page, if I remember, but yes, there is trigger warning for this one. Finally, I purchased this book from Gigi, and this is Rose Among Thorns by Katherine Archer. So this is an old school Harlequin historical romance. So you guys, if you don't know, my very first historical romance was a Harlequin historical romance, and I know it wasn't this book, but I distinctly remember reading this book. So when I looked at this, I was like, oh my god, this is Rose of Carlisle and Sir Gaston. And I was like, I want to read this book so bad. So I can't remember the plot of this book, but when I saw the cover, I was like, I know this book, I've read this, and look at this classic cover for, you know, old school Hollywood. So, and they even have like a scene in the back. But I can't wait. This is medieval romance, 1066. Next up is a couple of books that I purchased from my friend Ryan at For the Romantic on Instagram. She knows that I've been looking for classic Lisa Kleypas books. She knows that I've been looking for copies of Lisa Kleypas books because I am collecting Lisa Kleypas books. I actually have over 40 books now by Lisa Kleypas, multiple editions of the same title. The two books that I purchased from her is one, Secrets of a Summer Night. This one is the first edition with the gorgeous stepback Amelia and Simon. For some reason, the books that I bought from the Philippines with me here did not include this copy. So I don't know what I did with my copy of this book with a stepback. But I do have the newest copy. But anyway, I wanted a copy of this. And the other one is Devil in Winter, again by Lisa Kleypas. This one has the gorgeous copy of Evie and Sebastian. Gorgeous stepback. I also don't know where my copy for this is. The one that I have is just this cover, but it's not the first edition. So I think I also have the latest cover of the book. But anyway, that's why I purchased them. All right, next up are the boxes that I purchased. So if you watch my Kennedy Ryan Grip unboxing, I purchased that, so I received this big ass book of the Grip trilogy that includes Flow, Grip, and Still. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna read this book, but I think this is so great and adding to my Kennedy Ryan collection. I thought I was gonna be getting 3 different books, but it's one big ass book. So this is one of this. And the next book is from Book of the Month. So for Book of the Month, I actually forgot that I subscribed to Book of the Month last year. So I actually paid every month but did not get a book. So I have a few credits, and so this is what I bought for this month. I skipped November. So the first book that I got is actually a YA. It's The Girl the Sea Gave Back by Adrienne Young. I actually don't know anything about this book, but I love the cover. It is so gorgeous. So I decided to get it. If you've read this book, let me know. Then of course I got a copy of The Bride Test by Helen Huang. I haven't read the first book, The Kiss Quotient, but I also got a Book of the Month book of The Kiss Quotient, so I decided to get this one. And they actually said that this one is better than The Kiss Quotient, so I can't wait. I think I should I think I should read this book this year, but I haven't. The other book that I got was a total cover by, and this is actually YA, and the reason why was because I didn't really like the romance options that they had, so I got These Violet Delights by Chloe Gong, and oh my god, look at that gorgeous cover. I mean, this was a total cover buy. Really, I don't know anything about this book. Oh, this is 1920s in Shanghai. Wow. Oh, and it's a blood feud between 2 gangs. All right, guys, this is a reimagining of Romeo and Juliet. So, star-crossed fates. So I think this is a YA romance, set in Shanghai. You know what? I'm excited now. I think I'm gonna read this. All right, those are all the books that I got in November and December. Please let me know if you've read any of the books that I mentioned, and let me know which ones you want me to read first. Anyway, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. And as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in another video.